So now that the stupid is done,
we're still recording, you know.
Who am I kidding? Here's the deal. If you have a question, comment, conundrum, or snark, there are several ways to get a hold of us. Where you're watching, you can leave a comment. If you're listening, we look better that way. You can leave a comment. Or if you have a longer missive, maybe a diatribe against the weirdness that flows from Scott's mouth. Or maybe accolades for how well I tolerate him, that he's still alive and uninjured. You can send those off. Oh, by the way, if something really bugs you about the show, let us know, but do it well.
Yes, please.
I mean,
rip
none of
into
this.
us. Make it good.
Yeah. Don't sound like some Scott's kids who go, "Your poopy pants."
Yeah. You're not my dad anymore because you have poo in your pants.
And then I had to tell them I was never their dad. It was kind of a shock to all of us.
Like it. And
we raised the same family.
And Ian still does this. But you got to have a pack of cigarettes in there when you do it.
Not always.
Well, not especially these days because you don't smoke them in the house.
No, I don't smoke except when I golf, but I haven't golfed this year.
Yeah,
I did smoke them though because you know what happens? They get stale.
Of course.
But yeah, this was the standard when stupid was happening.
Yeah, the hand waggle. We call it the hand waggle. And every now and again at the dinner table, someone will
sorry, Gottlieb,
deploy it against somebody else.
I didn't mean for it to be weaponized. Anyway, question, comment, conundrum, or snarks of the longer variety, TITR@netradio.network. Wow, we even stretched that out.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
The Guardian, citing sources familiar with the incident, reports that a truck carrying 400 kegs of Guinness, my preferred beer, that's enough for 35,000.
Did you ever try the Guinness Blonde when they had the blonde stuff out, the blonde lager? How was it?
It was okay.
Okay.
It was okay. Enough for 35,200 pints was stolen from a logistics hub in Northamptonshire, England in mid-December as pubs across the UK were experiencing shortages
of beer?
Of the elixir of the gods, Guinness.
Oh, that shall not stand.
Guinness owner Diageo declined to comment on the alleged theft of the
wrong.
Irish stout. I know, this sounds really weird. Which has been surging in popularity. Apparently, it's becoming one of the, if not the top beer in the world. And I can see why.
I didn't know I was a trendsetter. Now I got to find another beer.
I love that stuff.
Let's go with Busch Light. That'll never be the most popular beer.
Diageo tapped its backup reserves in Ireland.
Eric won't mind. He knows he drinks milk.
And rationed how much Guinness pubs in England, Wales, and Scotland could buy. You know what that's going to cause riots up in Scotland. And the Welsh. God only knows what's going to happen there.
If the Scottish start painting themselves purple,
yep, run.
And the Welsh start using vowels, run.
It's over. It's just a bit of a shambles at the moment, and killing me off, says Stephen Crosby, obvious Scotsman, landlord of an Irish pub in Liverpool. Guinness has stepped up its social media campaigns in recent years, and the shortage has been fueled by its newfound popularity with Gen Z, many of whom like to pose, pint in hand, on social media.
I'm getting bored with that.
Right? Earlier this year, by the way, a con man stole, 50,000 pounds of cheese from a distributor in London. Remember we covered that story?
Yep.
I wonder if they're trying to get the ingredients for beer cheese soup.
That'd be an easier way. That wouldn't disturb the force.
Right?
Do you remember this from 2 years ago? Flamingos have landed in Wisconsin. Flamingos landed in Wisconsin?
Yeah, I remember we talked about that.
Oh. First recorded sighting in state history, according to WISN ABC.
Yep.
5 of the tropical birds are spotted on Lake Michigan, understandably drawing the attention of hundreds of people in the decidedly untropical region.
Well, and all of them saying to each other, these shrimp taste weird.
Do you know the only reason we live here? You're disgusting, by the way. The only reason we live here
Well, they were salamanders.
is because the weather is supposed to keep the riffraff out. How's that working for us?
Well, now we've got flamingos. Damn it.
And others.
Yeah.
Apparently, the trip from Chicago into Minneapolis isn't bad because people have been known to take that a lot. PhD doctor guy Jerry Lorenz, an expert with Oddball in Florida, speculated that the flamingos were flying betwixt Cuba and the Yucatan.
Would they have an old map?
Cuba.
Yucatan?
Right,
yeah, Yucatan.
Yucatan would be over here.
Yeah. Right? We've been there.
Wisconsin
We know
would
where
be-
the Yucatan is.
You see the back bell that Scott has?
Yep.
That's Minnesota. Wisconsin would be up just a little to the right there by the on-air sign.
Okay.
Top of it. Lord, I think you messed up their navigating. Anyway, they speculate the flamingos were flying between Cuba and the Yucatan, but were diverted by Hurricane Idalia in late August.
Well, yeah, I could see that.
Or it could have just been, Packer fans after the playoffs. Going to Florida. Viking fans. North Dakota grads.
Morons.
The folks who can't quite give up this lovely weather.
This winter wonderland.
Dr. Lorenz encouraged the locals to enjoy their presence, but give the flamingos plenty of space. These birds are stressed right now. Well, I'm in Wisconsin. That's why they have beer in Wisconsin.
I was going to say, they won't be stressed long. It's the drinkingest state in the union.
These birds are stressed right now. They just went through a terrible ordeal. No, they're going through one. They're in Wisconsin.
And the shrimp taste weird.
The Wisconsin DNR, they found the kid that graduated from high school. And he said there are currently no rescue plans in the works.
Yeah.
And that the flamingos' instincts would prompt them to head south again when temperatures dropped.
Boy, speaking of dropped, it looks like January up here is going to be nasty. Cold.
Yeah. The only good thing is we'll be able to watch Viking football.
Yes, as we're recording this.
Pokety, pokety, pokety.
Day after
Sunday
tomorrow.
night's the biggie.
Yep.
That's got to be about the biggest regular season game since some of the old Kansas City, Oakland battles.
The weird thing about this past holiday season is with the holidays right in the middle of the week, it really messed me up.
Yep.
And we had to play a New Year's Eve party.
I couldn't figure out why did my wife go to work on Sunday?
Huh? Yeah, right. That's exactly the problem I had.
It's Thursday. Oh.
Never mind.
Or the worst is on Mondays, right? So Sunday is church and football.
Yep.
And on Mondays, she goes and does this swimming thing at the gym
Okay.
and hasn't drowned because I tell her not to drown and she's very good at that.
Ooh, nice job.
Thank you. And on Thursday, she's getting ready to leave. I said, so don't drown. I'm not drowning. It's Thursday. It's kickboxing.
Oh, well, don't beat up or don't get beat up.
As long as she's going to go kick something else, I'm
pretty happy. Well, we had to play a New Year's Eve show on Tuesday night.
Yep.
And I'm asking everybody in the green room at the end of the night. So is everybody going to try to sleep in a bit and then catch the Vikings game? And they're all going,
not for a couple of days.
They say, tomorrow's Wednesday. And it's like, how many Wednesdays are we going to have in these 2 weeks?
6.
Apparently.
Yep.
This came from the Sun via Patrick Reed. Not the Son of Man. Not the sun up in the sky.
You mean it's not where Hodgins wants to be? I want to be cremated, but don't do it here. Launch me on a rocket into the sun.
Yeah, there you go.
Atheists are a weird brand.
They are.
By the way, you ever watch
newspaper.
Bones? Bones is a fun show to watch,
Yeah.
but you have to ignore anything they do when they start to get metaphysical and religious because they're idiots.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Well, that can be fun too. Anyway,
No, it gets boring after
this
a
came
minute.
to us via Patrick Reed. Mexico top flight ref Rosario Cardenas has not officiated a match since missing a fixture between Monterrey and Tigres in October.
Sure it's not Tigris?
It's Mexican, dude. Why would I pronounce a long I in Tigris? And it only has one S, so it's Tigris. Or Tigris. Right. Cardenas was set to be the fourth official for the clash, but did not turn up. So he was suspended by the Mexican Referees Commission pending an investigation, which has now concluded and has resulted in his sacking. A statement read, in order to ensure transparency and compliance with the protocols, this commission informs that following the investigation, it was decided to terminate the contract of the referee, Rosario Guadalupe Cardenas, for non-compliance with the arbitration rules. The commission initially explained Cardenas' absence from the match was down to medical reasons. But former referee Francisco Chacon says, turns out that Mr. Rosario Cardenas decided to hire a companion one day before the game.
To escort him?
He took her to his hotel where he was staying.
Yep, they're escorting.
Where he was drugged and assaulted, which is why he did not make it to the game. That was the medical reason.
Not a great one, but...
Mexican newspaper Record reported the official had been found to have violated the ethical and professional values of Mexican Football Federation. With a source stating an investigation remains ongoing into the reports, Cardenas had been assaulted by a sex worker.
Huh.
Apparently you can't say,
she was mean.
I'm sorry, I can't come into work today. I have an escort.
Yeah, we're going to do some very kinky things. She's going to beat me up and take my stuff.
And I'm going to go to the hospital. So there's a medical reason.
It's the thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen parents leap out of their skin when a child is about ready to eat a special brownie?
Oh, I've never seen it.
And immediately they start baking like regular brownies that aren't special?
Yeah, why don't they just do that as a matter of course?
One would think. Because they ate the other brownies first. Apparently, sometimes sheep consume special things too. According to NPR, a herd of sheep seeking refuge from recent storms in Magnesia, Greece.
Of course I heard of sheep.
Found shelter in a greenhouse. Because sheep aren't the brightest, but they're not that stupid. Hey, look, shelter. Let's do that.
This will be fun.
Unfortunately, what they were nibbling on turned out to be about 600 pounds worth of medical marijuana. The farm owner told a local radio producer the sheep were jumping higher than the goats, which apparently never happens.
Right?
White sheep don't jump.
And they did.
How do you get a sheep down from there?
You have to wait.
Here's the problem. They're so laid back to begin with.
Liver processes that stuff.
They're just coming down.
And it means it hits you harder.
Yeah, it does.
Whoa. Poor stoned sheep.
Bah, bah, bah.
Bah. I can't get the ads in.
Dude.
Listen, don't sheep baked. It just doesn't have the same.
Doesn't work. Nope.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.